Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sahar Gharachorlou. I'm a life coach, a metaphysical therapist, and author of 2 books. The topic of my books are about metaphysical therapies, and today's topic that I wish to touch upon is something that I have experienced. Even though it feels like a professional self-sabotage if I speak about it, but I have been talking about authenticity and integrity, and I wish to be talking about depression, which I have myself gone through it for 3 years in an extreme way. So bear with me. This is my perspective, and it is a result of what I went through for 3 years. I'm writing a book on it, and also it is something that I gathered from working with so many people going through similar situation. So because I'm a metaphysical therapist, I'm going to be talking about depression from metaphysical point of view. I do understand psychology and the clinical aspect of depression is different. However, let's talk about what I experienced and what I practice. And since without medication and with self-work, I could come out of it, and all of this happened while I was professionally active and I had to stop my work to take care of myself. So I really wish that this would help you. However, this will only help you if you're open to receive me and if you're willing to have a different look or outlook at this topic, if you're willing to open yourself to new possibilities, and if you're really looking for a solution. Because sometimes we are in a situation, but we want to be in that situation. So for some reason, that situation is serving us and we wish to prolong that period. However, everything can become redundant. So let's say if you have any kind of illness and you're having a pill for it and you're taking medication, as long as the illness is there and the symptoms are there, the medication is helping you. But once you're okay and you continue to have the medication, of course, you're now adding poison to your system. So same thing is with the life events, with the bad experiences, with the memory of bad experiences, with the difficult situations. So a lot of times, we unfortunately or fortunately don't try to find a solution from within. We try to look for solution elsewhere, and probably that is where we miss the point. So here it is how I found the solution to what is called clinically depression. For me, it is, if I want to speak about it metaphysically, I do not want to give it such a difficult term or such a heavily energetically loaded explanation. What I understand from depression is actually it can be a result of a wrong lifestyle. So I want to call depression a wrong lifestyle or a wrong way of looking at life. I don't want to call it any terminology that can be heavy. Now, why do I call it a wrong lifestyle or a wrong habit? It's because it is originated from us not being able to accept ourselves, our environment, the people in our environment, and the whole of life for what it is. At least this has been for me. Just hear me out. You may not like what you hear, but at some point it may make sense to you. I would like to call depression a stubbornness with life, a point of challenging self and life beyond a certain limit and beyond realistically understanding who we are. It seems the causes of depression are not being able to come in terms with life and life, what is life offering us. It seems that another reason that causes depression is unrealistic expectation from self, others, and the environment. Not being able to analyze our own gifts, not being able to come into alignment or acceptance of who we are and how our life has turned out. And unfortunately, a part of this can come across or seem or feel like as a sense of being a victim of life. It also can be from an unhealthy way of being very self-involved, where my entire attention or focus is about only what is happening to me and how everything has gone wrong with me and how isolated and alone and sad and unhappy and uncomfortable life has made me. Not realizing or forgetting that no matter what it is happening in life, I do have the power to change it. There's certain karmic things we may cannot change it, but we can always change our response to those issues. I had a client of mine with a stage 4 cancer issue, and she said, Sahar, initially I gave up on life, and then one fine day I decided, why am I doing this? At least I'm lucky to know. And also I have an excuse to go do all the things I couldn't do from the, because of the fear of the society and what people will think. Now I'm going to be an opportunist. And I'm going to make use of all of it. And I have an excuse that, dude, I don't know how long I'm going to live. So I am going to do whatever I want to do. And everyone else is actually going to encourage me. And all the things that they didn't want me to do or I would have been judged for doing now would be a matter of pride and glory, and people would want me to do it. So look how she shifted, how she was responding to the illness. And the doctor had given her 4 months. She happened to go on for 9 years doing what she wanted and enjoyed. And she left us very gracefully. So you see, there are certain things we cannot change about our life. Let's say our family, let's say our siblings, let's say certain challenges we are born with, or certain difficulties that there are in life which we have not created. Maybe there are ancestral issues. But how we respond to that, how we react to that, and how we refuse to become the victim of life, and we choose to still take charge and do whatever we want in order to have a graceful, joyful existence, is what is the cure to what people call depression. And I'm saying it again and again. It is professionally, I would say, even stupid for me to acknowledge and confess on social media that I have been through this phase of life. But I have, so I need to be honest about it. And this is the only way I could come out of it. So still bear with me. Another reason for depression can be unrealistic comparison with others. So what happens is we see other people, we don't know their pain, we don't know their story, we don't know their resources, we don't know what they went through, how many nights they cried, we don't know what they felt. We are only seeing when they are strong, courageous, standing out there, encouraging others, living their best life. And we wonder, why is it this is not happening to us? And we think that everyone else is having it very smoothly. I get at least once a week a question that why is that everyone is having a good life but I am not having a good life? You do not know who is having a good life. You do not know the inside story. You do not know their pain and suffering. So stop comparing yourself with others. We don't know their karmic packages, their journey, their resources, their family, their background, their education. There is no way you can compare yourself to anyone else. You're as unique as your fingerprint is. It is actually foolishness to compare ourselves in any way with anyone else. So stop doing that. This can be another cause of depression. The other reason for depression and why it is increasing is that I feel, one, some of us have depression because we can afford to have depression. We are in a situation in life where certain things are taken care of. So we have extra time to think about things which we shouldn't be thinking about. Going over the past memories which are redundant, and comparing ourselves with others because we have time to do that, right? If we didn't have those resources, probably we wouldn't do. Not that everyone is having the luxury of, having this kind of a wrong lifestyle. There are people who are actually going through stuff, and there are, let's say, the depression is the result of chemical imbalance in the brain, whatever clinically has been diagnosed. There is no argument about it. I'm talking about this topic from a metaphysical point of view because I want to tell you there is hope, there is solution, and actually the key to your problem is in your hands. So bear with me. Don't think I'm negating what the science says about depression or psychology says about depression. None of those things. I'm just offering a different perspective and possibly a solution if you are unfortunately suffering from this lifestyle issue, I would call it. So the other reason I realize in myself and also people I work with is it's an extreme lack of connection with the self. Now, when this happened to me, I was extremely connected to myself. But I was connected with myself and almost had a toxic relationship with myself because I was operating from the spiritual space and I was believing that everything that happens in my life is my problem and it is because I have created it and because something is wrong with me. So this something is wrong with me was causing the depression, because we need to understand nothing is wrong with anyone. It is just a phase, it is just a challenge, and we all are capable of overcoming that. But when we have a toxic relationship, now it can be out of extreme judgment of self or out of extreme expectation from the self, or it can be because of the comparisons you are doing with siblings and environment and anything else, or it can be because of a very busy social life or a virtual life which is causing you to be disconnected from who you are and disconnected from what you really want from life. You no more have the time to think what you want because you're so busy in the rut of creating what other people think you must be creating. So the disconnect can happen. So mine was that way. A lot of people, however, have the disconnect because they have been pursuing someone else's dream. And in the midway, they realize, oh my God, this is not even what I wanted to do. I don't even know where I am because this definitely is not the place I wanted to be in, right? So this can be another reason for depression. Now, we can find happiness and we can change our state of depression or sadness or whatever you want to name this issue or this challenge by being able to first accept. The first step to heal anything and to change any situation is acceptance. Accepting who you are, where you are in life, and this is where in this darkest space you are. And trust me, it's a very dark space. It's not easy, but unfortunately, no one else can help you. And fortunately, you are the only one who can help you. So accept your environment. Let's say your issue is with your parents or with your siblings. Accept that they are different people. They are that who they are. And you cannot change anything about them. Now you have to decide what you want to do with this scenario. Do you want to forgive and forget? Do you want to go speak to them? Do you want to just accept them for who they are and reduce your expectations from them? It is a choice you make. But once you make that choice, you need to stand by it. Also accept your own limitations, your own weaknesses, your own strengths, your own gifts, your own uniqueness. Accept that you are in a dark space, but accept that there is a way out and you have the power to do it. You may not know how, but there is a possibility. So once the complete acceptance has come, now it's time to shift your perspective. Really understand what is causing you the depression. Is it you're comparing yourself with others? Are you having unrealistic expectation? Is it because there is something really lacking in your life? Did abuse happen to you? Whatever it is, understand what it is, and then you need to either take a help of a therapist or through journaling, some self-work, whatever it takes. Just help yourself to change the perspective about yourself, about how life is happening to you. Most importantly, move from victimhood and accept yourself and believe that you are a victor. You may not know how to be a victor, but innately you are. You are being born to win. You just have to find a way. And also look at everything with a different lens. Everything that is happening, whoever is coming trying to push you to become a better person. So instead of giving in to the situation, change and make a decision that you're going to take charge of the situation. Now, another thing you must do is to stop thinking about depression. Start looking for solution. Finding your happiness in little things. Having gratitude for all the things that are working for you. If nothing else, if you have a smartphone, you can listen to me on your smartphone, on your iPad, whatever it is, laptop. You are blessed, right? So it's such a small things. Look for synchronicities which are bringing you the information you want, the resources you want, the people you want to help you get what it is that you want to get. Now is the time for the next step. Improve your relationship from being self-involved in a toxic manner, the way I was, to be self-evolved in a healthy manner, where you know yourself, where you try to find yourself, where you focus on your gifts, where you want to pay attention to what is working for you, and you want to take charge of your life. You can now use certain tools, use gratitude, use journaling, go walk in the nature. Allow yourself to be surrounded by people who speak for you, who stand by your side. Avoid people who put you down for now till you deal with them. Music can be a great help. Anything that brings you a sense of peace and solace can be great help. Acting with kindness towards yourself and others, accepting their limitations, your limitations, telling yourself, okay, till now I didn't know what to do, but now I know, and I'm going to take it this slow and beautifully, and I'm going to open my heart to the new things. Once you indulge yourself and start creating these kind of small little routines and habits, and you start doing the right things for yourself and change your relationship with yourself and the way you look at your life, and choose and decide that you want to make an aware choice, is the time you can actually find happiness in the small things and defeat that state of depression or whatever they call it clinically. I hope this helps, and I hope I will see you smiling, laughing, read your comments which are from joy, and you would be having a better life by just changing the way you look at not only depression but anything in life, and know that there is always a solution for you. Stay blessed.